Hello everybody, this is Infinite, and I'm here to bring you Game 3 between IdrA and Sen, the two Zerg beasts. The first two games, it is currently IdrA down by 2 games, so Sen is 2-0 on IdrA. And both of those games, the first game was on Blistering Sands, and IdrA tried to pressure Sen with roaches, but he just didn't have the control for it. He first went for a bunch of speedlings trying to bust into Sen's base, then go into a roach attack, but Sen macroed up, and he out-macroed the macro machine, IdrA, and he's got just way too many roaches for IdrA to handle, so that was game 1. And the last game, game 2, was on Steps of War, where IdrA tried a similar strategy. He started out with speedlings, and he got a whole bunch of banelings. But the problem was he did a one base, pretty much a one base all-in baneling bust on another Zerg player, and Sen just responded to it incredibly well. He had mass queens and mass spine crawlers, and the second that Sen popped out his first 4 roaches, IdrA knew that it was over. But here we are in game 3, and we see IdrA is not going for any of this one base all-in play. He's getting that fast hatchery, and Sen is doing the same. It looks like they both got it at about the same time, and they are getting that extractor. Both of these guys. So I don't expect any sort of, even though this map in ladder matches, there are a lot of players who take banelings and just run them all the way around here. It just becomes a boring baneling battle. I'd personally really like to see somebody just go for fast mutalisks, because, I mean, if you look at this map, here's the edge of IdrA's base, and here's the edge of Sen's base. This air distance right here, these mutas could just fly across no problem. So I'd really like to see one or both players go for that fast muta build. But we'll see how it plays out. And both players now do have their expansions up. It looks like, let's see, IdrA has his queen. He has a queen coming. Alright, so they're both going just fast expansion, double queen. Hopefully a little more macro-oriented this game as compared to the last few games. Of course, as soon as I say that, you can see on this production tab, they're both getting the metabolic boost. And IdrA is going for that baneling nest again. So I don't know, I really don't like that play. I mean, this distance really isn't that short. You have to go all the way around here. And now that these rocks are here, you can't really run in and, detonate your baneling on these drones so easily. You have to go all the way around. And I hear an Overlord getting shot. Not going to be a problem, though. That little blimp flew away just in time. And here we see IdrA is massing up some Zerglings. He is sending out those Overlords to scout. He only has 4 drones on this expansion, and he's not making any more there. Whereas Sen's going, he's got a few more drones, but he's now pumping Zerglings as well. And let's see. Wow, Sen has 30 Zerglings to IdrA's 19. But, oh, look at that. IdrA is morphing banelings now. And there we go. Here's the baneling bust. And he's going to pull these away. And I'm hoping he's going to take these and go towards those drones. And these Zerglings are just going to duke it out right here. Sen's going to be able to take this easily. He's going to rush forward. And looks like Sen doing some Zergling sacrifice to kill those banelings. They do explode. Oh, man. He killed off about 7 of those 8 banelings, and just that last one took out 7 or 8 of his drones. So that's the power of the baneling. That's why I don't like this matchup. I don't like to play this matchup. I'll say that. It's just one tiny little stroke of luck, or one tiny little mistake, and it could be game over. And we see here now that Sen is responding appropriately, though, getting those roaches. Banelings are good, but they only do 35 damage, 35 damage to light units, which is Zerglings, and if it's not a light unit, it only does 20 damage to those roaches. So Baneling's good, but not that great against Banelings. And Sen is going to be able to hold this off pretty easy peasy, so not really that big of a deal. Both of these players just throwing units at each other, and they're just going to keep losing them over and over. Let's see, IdrA has just thrown down his Roach Warren, and Sen is going to pick off IdrA's Queen, and IdrA's not going to be too happy about that. Oh, and the Queen survives with 8 health. That is a miracle. Those drones just paid the Queen back for all her years of slave labor devoted to them, keeping her alive at every cost. And what I was saying is neither of these players have lair tech going at all. So unfortunately, there are going to be no mutas apparently. IdrA trying to do a little bust in here and take out some more of these drones. He did get that nice baneling shot to take out about 7 of those drones, but he's not going to be able to get in, especially with these rocks here. So, he's only got one way to go. He can only go straight up this way towards the natural or up here. And if you just camp your units right here, it's very easy to block it, especially when he's got this queen, he's got this queen, he's got roaches. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. And I do believe that he does have metabolic boost. Yes, he does.